Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be covering slow motion and speed ramps. Now in order to be able to achieve this, I recorded some video footage for you guys that you guys will edit and then use my tutorial to kind of learn how to create the effect and then go and kind of create what you can with the videos provided. Now before I start with anything, this is just part of the actual lesson. Um, so originally when we're recording with our cameras, I have been telling all of y'all that we have to record at 24 FPS, which is an industry standard for recording cinematic video footage. And whenever we set up our cameras, we have to make sure. A lot of you come and you ask me like, hey, is my camera set up okay? So on and so forth. But we, at this point with the slow motion footage, we need to know how to make these changes and how to set up the camera correctly so that when we go and record the slow motion footage, everything's correct, because sometimes you're going to have to be mixing and matching. You're going to have to be recording at 24 FPS, and then you're going to have to be recording slow motion footage, and you have to know which one's slow. You have to switch back and forth between them. So originally we set up our camera at 24 FPS. For slow motion footage, we're going to be using 60 FPS. Anything more than 60 would just make the footage even slower when we convert it to a 24 FPS footage. But for what we're working with, it's probably not necessary. But you know, if you can ever get a camera that records at 120 FPS, that would be even greater. You could get some really nice video with that. But 60 pretty much works pretty well. If you guys have ever seen slow-mo guys, I believe it's called. They record with cameras that can record up to 1,000, 5,000 FPS, crazy stuff. But 60 for us, that'll pretty much work. We'll set up our camera at 60 FPS when we start recording, switch our shutter speed to 120, which is double, and we'll go and record that. Now, what will you guys learn today in this video tutorial? You're going to be learning how to use speed lines to create speed ramps and create slow motion ramps or slow motion footage. The files needed are going to be this, and then the YouTube video. I'm currently recording it right now, so I'll upload the YouTube video when it's done. But the files needed are going to be these right here. So once you click on it, it's going to pretty much take you over here to, actually it might even take you to this part right here, which is going to be lesson 8 slow motion. And in there you're going to have videos, a project folder, an image, and audio. So just go ahead and click here and click download. Make sure that you download that correctly. When you do download it, it might take a while for me to do. Yeah, so I'm going to cancel it. When you download it, it will be a zip file, so you will need to unzip your document, but hopefully you all remember how to do that. If not, you can watch my video tutorial. It's there, how to unzip files. You could look at that. So I have it called the Beamer Fever, but that's where we went to. And then my audio is in here, images, videos, and I already have my project in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the effects. Hopefully you all remember how to import and do the rest of the stuff, right? But in here, I'm going to scroll over here. I have my 60 FPS video footage, which are these. And then I have my audio, which only 3 of them worked. One of the songs didn't want to import, not sure why. So if you get an error with your songs, just know that it's that. But again, if you just go here, I guess, and drag this, you can drag your image folder or your video folder. I also have DJI, so I guess like this is an example of what you can do. Drag DJI video footage, and there you go. So this is my DJI video footage, which is all recorded at 29 FPS. Strangely, I don't believe I changed that footage. So interesting. I did not know that. Wow, that's gonna be terrible then. Well, I mean, you don't have to slow down everything per se. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So let me show you really quick what I have done so far. And so these little areas right here that you guys can see, these are the speed ramps. And you can see another speed ramp right there. I have another speed ramp right here, another speed ramp right there, and another speed ramp right here. and then the rest are just like little cuts that I have. So I'm gonna play this for you guys so you guys can see it. You can try to recreate this, or you can just, you know, have fun with it, try to do your own thing. But let me play this really quick. All right, so that's what I have so far, and I'm gonna be showing you all how you can accomplish the same effect. So couple of things before we get started. We have to create our sequence, right? And so normally you would drag a video footage in here and you would create your sequence, but for this particular assignment we cannot do that because we're going to have to do it a specific way. So we're going to right click on our empty area and we're going to create new item and create a new sequence. Now you have all these cameras that you can choose from, and instead of that, I already have this custom preset here. You may not have a custom preset. Not entirely sure if you would have it unless you create one. But let's go ahead and go here. So if you go over to settings, man, do I have to select one to be able to select settings? Yes, I do. So can I do this? 24 FPS? Yeah, kind of, I guess. And what do I have here? Hold on. So I can double check to make sure that all this stuff is correct. Yeah, not sure if custom is something you can choose. This thing's like going over into, oh, yeah, it seems like it's there, custom. Double check. If not, you can just kind of click one of these, as long as it's 1080p, and you could do that. But you have to select one. So if custom already exists, select it. If custom does not exist, just click one of these, go to 24, go to settings, look for custom, select custom. That'll be 1920, 1080. This needs to be at 2397. File format, previews, sure. We leave that there. Let me double check what all my custom settings are, so that way we can just kind of leave it at that. So sample rate in audio, 1920, 1080, all that. Once you have it, oh, so here instead of QuickTime, I set it up as like iframe only MPEG for previews, 1920, 1080. Yeah. So then you click save preset, and you get to name it. So I will name this custom preset 2. Press OK. And so now when you have your stuff here, you'll be able to see custom preset number 2. So again, you can just select any one of these, and then you just kind of change the stuff, save it as a preset, and that's it. So this will be iframes, that will be that stays there. DSLR, if you change it over to customs, it'll change, and if you don't, it'll probably just stay at DSLR, but it doesn't really matter. As long, the main thing that you want is the 23976. And then just save the preset and do that, right? So now that we have that, right, so we've created one, we select it, and I'll name this sequence lesson 08, slow motion and speed ramps, right? And press OK. And so there's my effect, there's my sequence. And so now when I drag a video over like this, boom, it's going to ask me, hey, this clip doesn't match. Do you want to change it? No, I want to keep my existing settings. Now, if I play a video just right now, there's a couple of things that you're going to notice. One, this video is super zoomed in compared to the way it looks here. That's because all the video was recorded at 4K, and we need to fix that. So in order to fix that, because we don't want to edit the 4K video, it might be too much for the computer to handle. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click and we're going to press scale to frame size, and that's just going to make the video come down to its original size. Then once we press play, you notice that it looks kind of bad. It's all happening too quick. It's just not a good looking video, right? So we're going to delete that, and we're going to head over here. Now this is the proper way, in my opinion, of how you can create a slow motion video footage. So you notice right here on the frame rate, it says 59.97. If you right click on this particular video, we can go to modify and interpret this footage, right? So right now it's saying that it was recorded at 59.97, and we're going to assume that this was actually recorded at 23.976, I believe is the actual thing. So we're going to put 23.976 and then put switches to 2.98. Let me double check. Hold on. Sequence settings. 23.976. Yep, that's correct. So modify, interpret 23.976, right? And then press OK. Boom. So there you go. 23.976 is what the video's recorded at now. So now we don't really want the audio. So when we drag this video in here now, look at, we're going to keep the existing settings. Look at, oh, and again, scale to frame size. Look at how slow the video plays now. Pretty slow. So that can give us some like cool little things that we can play around with. So this entire part of the video feels kind of boring and I don't really like it. Now this part right here, this part I like because the car actually looks good. So we can chop that up, play this little area. That looks pretty good. And then the video drops down, or it doesn't drop down, it just kind of moves away from everything. So this is a good spot that I can show you guys how to do the speed ramps. So first things first, we need to higher this up so that you can see your keyframes and see the video much bigger. So once you see it much bigger, you can right click on it, show keyframes right here at the bottom, time remapping, and we're going to go to speed. So again, you right click, show keyframes, time remapping, and speed. That's going to give you this line right here. Now, this part can be a little bit confusing, but you have to think of where you want it to start and where you want it to stop. That's how the speed ramps work. And so right here, this part is going slow, which I'm okay with, and stop right there. That's where I want it to stop. So I'm going to press a keyframe and you can see that this little great thing popped up. And I want it to stop right here. That's where I want it to stop. So I'll press a keyframe there. So now we have two keyframes, and when we select this in the middle, this is going to allow me to bring this up. It'll make the video a lot shorter, and I'll just keep going. You can see the percentage, and sometimes the percentage that you want to be at is in the thousands, maybe even 2000s, depending how much you actually split it up. That's going to depend on you. I'm going to bring my timer down into the middle area right here and zoom into this area as well and bring it up into the like 4000s, and then I get to play it. So that's what it looked like currently, which is okay. I'll probably speed it up a little bit more. There you go. So that's a pretty nice speed ramp. Now this speed ramp is currently going from slow, fast, slow, and we kind of want to create like a smooth little hill that gets created there. So what we'll do is we'll select these, kind of split them up like that. There you go. There you go. Just like so. We can move this a little bit. Move this. Oops. Move this one a little bit this way. Right, and once we've created this pyramid, we can kind of curve these lines. And we create this like smoothness, and that's how you can create a pretty nice speed ramp. There you go. And then that's what that looks like. Oh, that would have been a nice speed ramp too. I didn't know the rest of the video had that video footage, but it's okay. We'll end it right around here, and then that'll give us a transition to jump into the next video. Right now, before we actually do that, we have to add some audio. I already used, I don't know which one I used here, but I'll use a different one. Let's see what this one sounds like. That's fine. We'll use this one right here. Play it. And so we'll do this. Right, pretty good. And so now we get to kind of go through these and see which ones we wanna add. So Beamers Only LLC. Let's see what we can find in here. This white car is pretty nice. So like this one has like a pretty unique video file. So let's go ahead and do all our steps. So we're going to interpret our footage, put this at 23.976, press OK. We're going to drag the video in here. We're going to right click. We're going to scale to frame size. And then we're going to see where we want this video to start. So I kind of like these little boom. So right here, we're going to add a keyframe. So right click, show keyframes, and go to speed. Select that. And so I want it to go all the way to where the car's already on this side. Right? So that's where I want it to end. And so boom, I'll do that. And then this one, I'll just start picking it up. And up and up, and then I'll bring this guy right here and zoom into it so I can see and just pick it up. So I'm already at like 6,000, almost 10,000, and let's see what it looks like. See, so you can kind of see the frames, and I don't want to see that, so I'm gonna go even faster. So let's go almost into 20. There, now that's a nice little. And then from here again, I'm gonna zoom in a lot more. Just select these guys, do this, curve these out, and we can adjust these as needed, right? Let's see what that looks like. Right here looks like it's about to change the style, and so we can go to add something else. That's my car. I won't use that one. This is probably one of my favorites, but you know what? Let's use some of the video footage that's not actually in slow motion. So like some of this drone footage right here. I wanted to slow it. You could tell by the way I recorded that I meant to slow this video down, but my mental face didn't record this at 60 FPS. It happens sometimes, you know, mistakes are made. We can kind of add one of these. This one, there was one where I recorded where the car actually like spun out. Oh yeah, this one where the car kind of. Alright, so maybe we can add some of this video footage here. It's kind of like put in the middle. This one will bring it with audio. Oh, it doesn't have audio actually. I think this video is already slow. So I did record it in slow motion. I don't think the DJI actually gives me the files at 60 FPS. I think that's what's going on with it. I'd have to double check, but the video looks like it's already in slow motion. So we'll add a couple of those here. That's too long. Yeah, we'll cut that a lot more. And so from there, you just kind of take this and keep working with it. So I already have some of these that I've already done in 24 FPS because I used these videos. Again, when you do this, you have to remember to scale to frame size. These, I don't believe you need to. Yeah, these are already at 1080p, so you're good there. So one of the things that I did with this video, like here, for example, you notice that the music starts going. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So if you do have the patience to do this, you can just click M right here. Go here. Notice I don't have anything selected. Make sure you don't select anything, and you can add markers. So I'm gonna lower this music just because it's really loud, but and click nowhere. And so that's pretty much like how this video kind of cuts. And so what I'm gonna do to this video is I'm going to cut this up into these pieces. I'm not entirely sure if it'll make any difference whatsoever. Because I don't think it actually like yeah, okay. So I'm not gonna do that. Here's what I am gonna do is I'm going to cut it there, cut it up here, delete this part, right click, move forward, and cut in the next part, and then move forward quite a bit and cut here and delete this. I probably need to zoom into this. There. Cut here. So all I'm doing is I'm skipping around quite a bit to kind of to see if maybe I can get it to go with the music. Okay, so I'm almost done here. And then I'll end it with some other video or something. Bring this guy over. Oops, with no audio. Yeah, so now we have this. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's okay, I guess. Not what I intended, but this one actually doesn't even look that bad zoomed in. So if you wanted to, you could go to 10% and then just adjust this to the actual and then just kind of create your speed ramps. So hopefully that kind of makes sense on like how to do the speed ramps. If you guys do have any questions, I won't be there on Monday, so you're gonna be watching this video without me there. But if you do have any questions, just I guess keep them in mind. Ask me next time, and try your best. Again, on this thing I wrote down here that it has to be a 50-second video with a minimum of 12 clips that need to be used. Do not go over 50 seconds. Some of the videos can be made smaller if needed, because I know once you start slowing down videos can get really long really quick, and so you'll start hitting the 50-second mark with like 2 or 3 videos, and so you have to slow down those videos. Give me little bits and pieces, a lot of speed ramps. And obviously, in order for it to kind of look decent, you kind of have to go along to the music. So if you look at my videos here currently, if I go to fit, I have one video right here. So that's one clip. This is clip number 2, keeps going. That's clip number 3. This is clip number 4, 5, 6. About 6, and I'm almost at the 30-second mark. So if I did another 6 videos, I would hit the 50-second mark, and I would be done. So that's pretty much what you have to do. Good luck with this, have fun, and then when you're done, Keep in mind that we are going to be recording some b-roll footage that you will need to record with the camera. So start thinking of some b-roll footage that you would want to record that will be in slow motion that we can edit in this particular format. All right, thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay safe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.